Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I pray that you guys enjoyed last week's video. I pray that you guys continue to like, share, subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great week and a great day. So, as you guys know, for the month of July, I really just wanted people to give testimonies. I didn't have anyone to give one last week, but I do have someone to give a testimony today. For those of you who are interested, please reach out. You can inbox me on Facebook, or you can email me. My email address will be posted in the link with the video so that you guys can get on there. But I really feel like it's an awesome thing when we can share our stories. I feel like it really blesses people in ways you just never could even imagine. There's so many people out there going through things and they feel like they're by themselves. They feel like they're alone. They feel like no one understands. And so when we're able to share the things we've been through, people can relate and realize that they aren't the only ones that have been through something, and that if that person made it, then I can make it too. And so that's the whole point of doing these videos. So I pray that you guys really, listen, that you guys comment, encourage one another, and that you guys just reach out so that we can continue to share the videos. So I have my Aunt Stacy here today, and she's going to share her video. So I'm going to let her hop in and take a seat and share her testimony.
Hello, everyone. I want to be talking about dealing with grief while in ministry because people have the thought that because you're a woman of God or a man of God, that dealing with the death of a child, and I say a child because I think that's the most hurtful thing as a parent, to lose a kid, especially in a violent murder. I lost my son to murder. He was shot to death. Um, and a lot of times people think that when you're in ministry that you are not supposed to be in pain, or that you're supposed to get over the pain immediately. I have faith that God can do all things but fail, but you have to understand, when you're dealing with death, especially of a child, you're dealing with something else. And especially when a child is murdered, because you not only deal with the death, you deal with the betrayal of others. You also deal with the trial that, in my case, has not taken place yet. So the grieving process takes a little bit longer, should I say. Um, I remember going right back to church and doing my duties in the church. I even preached on that first Mother's Day after he was murdered. And it makes you feel like you're okay. It makes you feel like you're superwoman until you get home and you deal with those emotions that you don't deal with when you look at other people or other people see you. I also deal with the the thought of people saying, because I am a woman of God, you got this much time to heal, or you got this much time to get over it, or you got this much time to do whatever when it concerns, or you still dealing with that, then you don't got faith in God. I have faith in God, but I'm human. I am a mother. I have natural emotions as well as spiritual emotions, and I deal with both of them in combination, because you can't do anything without the spirit, and the natural and the spirit goes together. So a lot of times, especially, I won't say the people of God, because people of God seem to understand it a little bit more, but I'll say the Bible token or the church people, and there's a difference. They have the tendency to tell me that you've been grieving too long. When are you going to get over it? How dare people tell you to get over your son or daughter being murdered? There's a time for everything. I have lived with it and I'm still living with it. And I still have faith in God. But I'm also human. Um, People don't understand that, the word of God is instructions on how to live in this life before you leave this life. And if you go through the Bible, it's been death and murder and all those type of things, but it all goes back to in God's timing. So my healing is not in man's timing. My healing is in God's timing. You or anyone don't have the right or can say to me, this is your time to heal. You need to hurry up and heal. You need to hurry up and get past this. I could live to be 100 years old, be the woman of God that I am, and even a stronger woman of God. I could preach down brimstones. I could preach till I don't got no eyebrows or no eyelashes or hair. And guess what? I'm still be living with that my son was murdered, that I didn't get to say goodbye, that people betrayed me in the mix of all this, that I can't see his children or his child. I People don't understand what comes with this. Yes, I will preach the gospel and I will tell you that God has not left me. He has not forsaken me. He has carried me. He has given me strength, because without his strength, I would be crazy. Without his strength, I don't know if I could have handled it the way I did. And I also want to touch on people saying, well, how do you forgive? How do I forgive? How do I not forgive and proclaim to be a woman of God? I told someone that if either one of these young men passed me in the streets or knocked on my door and said, Miss Stacy, I'm hungry. Miss Stacy, I'm thirsty. Miss Stacy, I need you to pray for me. I'm going to do it. I'm going to feed them. I'm going to give them something to drink. I'm going to pray for them. I pray for them to this day, every day, because as a woman of God, it overpowers me being a natural mother. Um, do I get angry? Yes, I get angry because that's a natural emotion. Do I feel sad and depressed? Yes, because that's a natural emotion. But the Spirit of God overpowers all those emotions, and He comforts me in the midnight hour when no one won't call me, or no one comes to see me, or I don't hear from anybody. It's God sitting beside me on the in the mid of the night saying, you're going to be okay. You're going to make it through. You're going to live through this. You're going to make it to see justice. And then there's another word. What is justice? Justice does not mean that I want them to die. Justice does not mean that they may spend the rest of their life in prison. All I want is the time to say, you did this. We have to acknowledge that you did this. You have to acknowledge that you did this. That's justice for me. Justice for me doesn't mean that they spend the rest of their life in prison. Justice doesn't mean for me that they die, because death is easy. Death is easy. Living with death is not easy. I am so humbled when it comes to what God has done in my life. I'm so humble how he has kept me, how he has not allowed me to fall fall victim to people looking at me saying because my son was murdered that it was my fault, or that my son was murdered and I didn't do more, because as a mother you grab hold to those emotions, and it took God to say, "No, it wasn't your fault. No, you did a good job. No, I man doesn't have to pat you on the back. I am God. I will pat you on your back. I will grab hold to you. I will hold you. I will comfort you because I am God. Man cannot do what God has done for me. I am a living testimony that even in death there's a blessing. And people say, "What's your blessing?" I gain strength. What's your blessing? I gain knowledge. What's your blessing? I gain more faith. That's my blessing. My blessing in all of this is that my son was a blessing when he was here. And that's another thing people don't understand. Just because someone is not in the church toting the Bible doesn't mean that they're not the people of God, because he did things that some people of God won't never do for you. And it gave me comfort to hear that God, that was God's work. That wasn't man's work. When people got up there and they praised him, when people had always got something nice to say about them, that's God working and telling me, "You did a good job." That's my pat on my back. I have to say that I have endured the worst pain that anyone could ever imagine, the worst. But I can also tell you that I have endured the love of God that many may not ever even get to see. To just, it's like the woman with the issue of blood. When that time came, all I just wanted to do was touch the hem of his garment. And not only did I touch the hem of his garment, I grabbed hold to the hem of his garment, and I have not let go, and I won't never let go, because what man cannot do is save me. Only God can save me, and God can only God can keep me in all of this, and he has kept me. And when the trial comes, I'm going to sit there knowing that if nobody else is sitting there with me, that God is sitting right next to me. He's sitting in that pool, he's sitting in them stands, he's sitting where that judge is, he's sitting where that jury is, and he going to say, "You don't need this prosecutor to tell you what's going to happen. I am the judge. I am the jury. I am the lawyers. I have the last say." And I want someone who has lost a kid, who have lost a child in a violent way, to understand that God has the last say. Do not take matters in your own hands. Put them in God's hand. Don't touch the hem of his garment. Grab the hem of his garment and don't let go. I hope everyone was blessed, and I thank you so much for listening. God bless you.
I pray that you guys enjoyed her testimony. I pray that somebody was blessed, that someone got more faith, more of an understanding, more encouragement to go through whatever it is that they're going through. Because dealing with death isn't easy. Dealing with the death of a child is even harder. I I couldn't imagine. I mean, I lost a child, but I feel like losing a child at birth, but then actually raising a child and losing the child as an adult is way harder. I couldn't even begin to imagine the pain of that. But I pray that you guys stay encouraged. Please continue to like, share, subscribe to the channel. And I know that I said for the month of July was for testimonies, but I want to do something called Testimonial Tuesdays, where every Tuesday, whoever it is that wants to share a testimony whenever you want to. It'll always be there. It'll always be available. It won't just be a month. It can be any week of any day. Just please reach out. Please, please, please reach out, because the things you've been through, they matter. It's important, and your voice matters. Everything that you've been through matters, and I would really, really love to help you share your story. So please reach out. Again, you can inbox me on Facebook, or you can go to my email address, which will be posted with this. I pray that you guys are having a great day. I pray that you guys have a blessed week, and please stay encouraged. Bye.